Miss Pickles Gaming, Pickles of the Caribbean.
Hey, Mark here with Miss Pickles Gaming. Today we're going to start off on a path to get to Bale, supposedly the baddest dragon in the game. Anyways, I decided to take you from the very beginning at three path cross Site of Grace and show you the route if you wanted to go. As soon as you get into the game, you could come up to three path cross, grab that grace, and literally go to Bale with only having to go through one boss room, which is not overly difficult. So here we are. We've just left three path cross, and we're going to have to cross the bridge. Now on this bridge, there's a guy at the other end with a ballista that's going to be firing cannon arrows. That's just the best way I describe it. And I found it's best to just kind of zigzag along, and he can't get a good target on you. I've seen other videos of this area where they say run along the side or do this. Just zigzag, you'll be fine. So after the bridge, we're going to run past this little encampment, and on the right hand side will be our second Site of Grace, which will be Castle Front Site of Grace. This is a very important Site of Grace. You're going to use it for a lot of things. So go ahead and grab that. And from here, we're just going to head out straight. Jump down off this little ledge. And we'll find a path here. Kind of bear to the left. And stay on the path for a little while. Run past all the enemies if you want. Get off and fight them if you want. If I fought every enemy on this one video, we'd be here forever. So up here, we're going to bear to the right very soon. When you start seeing all the glowworm things, we're going to run just past them and then a little bit to the right. That's going to take us on another path, and we are heading toward the Dragon Pit. Basically, Catacombs cave. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's a cave, the Dragon Pit cave. There will be things that attack you along the way. On this run through, I've already taken care of the invader. There will be an invader that comes along in here, a bloody finger. So just let you know that somewhere along this path you will be invaded. So here's the outside of the Dragon Pit cave. We're just going to go on in, grab the Site of Grace, and start working our way through. Now this run through here inside the Dragon Pit does have one spoiler. So if you don't want to know anything about the Dragon Pit, fast forward through this, because there is one, what I would call a spoiler. As you're going through the Dragon Pit, there will be some options, right, left. What do? Just remember, keep going down. Downhill is your friend in this cave. Now you see how he's coming back to life. You could hit him again and he would die. However, knowing that I'm going to have to do this with a few of the enemies, I decided to just run back to the beginning and get the inseparable sword. This sword kills everything that lives in death. That's the description. And so it makes life a lot easier that when you do kill them, you don't have to worry about them coming back to life. Most of the time, it is going to one-shot these guys if you're properly buffed up. So now we don't have to worry about them coming back and attacking us from behind. There will be quite a few enemies I'm just going to run past for the sake of trying to keep this video shorter. Here we're going to make a left. And remember, just keep going downhill. If you have options, run downhill. There was another way of going, which was downhill. So, because I made a couple circles there, I even started thinking, how's that going to look on the video? I don't like it when people run around in circles and then when they go inside of a cave or turn, you don't know which way they actually went. So that's why I backed out to show it to you again. Again, keep going downhill. Okay, here is the spoiler. You have to find the boss room. And when I originally got here, I went right, I went left, I looked for something for a bridge. Basically, I took my own advice. Just keep going down. So we are at the boss room. This will be the only boss room. There's a couple boss arenas we have to go to, but this one here, we're going to fight the Ancient Dragon Man. And if you have a good summons, a good weapon, he's actually very simple. I guess I was thinking about something, or my dog jumped up on my lap while I was making this video. That happens quite a bit when you have a 100-pound Labrador that wants to be a lap dog. Trying to get everything situated. Do a few buffs. I am going to pull in the Horned Warrior Spirit Ash when I get in there. He is big, he's tanky, and he attacks quickly. Now, the Ancient Dragon Man is carrying the Hunter's Great Katana, which will be one of the rewards we get here. Phenomenal weapon, and you're going to need it for the dragons coming up. So we got our katana. And do not go to return to the entrance. You want to go out the back doors here. There will be another site of grace that we're going to find out here. And that one will be the Dragon Pit Terminus site of grace. Here it is. Now at this point, if you have the ability, travel back to the round table and upgrade the Hunter's Great Katana, Dragon Katana, because for the next couple battles, this weapon, it's not a must, but it'll certainly make your life a whole lot easier. So we're going to work our way down here into the valley. Now, you'll find a couple of dead dragons laying around, and out in the middle is a live dragon. It is the Jagged Peak Drake dragon. You can blow past him, not fight him. He's a good fight. Go ahead and fight him. It's fun. So I have my dragon katana, and I'm going to pull in the Horned Warrior again because it takes a lot to kill this guy, and he does keep the enemy's attention very well. Something unfortunate and kind of funny happened during this fight. We'll get to it in a second. And I'm sure it's happened to most of you, if not all of you, at one time or another. I just happen to get it on video here. So again, this katana for fighting dragons or practically any boss is just unbelievable. I go ahead and try Miquella's Light on him with very little effect. When you compare how much damage this sword does, by the way, I have it buffed to 10. And the amount of damage it causes, why mess around with anything else? Now remember when I said that the Horned Warrior will keep the enemy's attention? And you see me just standing there. Luckily I have the dragon targeted, so the game is automatically turning. However, the batteries in my controller went dead. I normally keep batteries close by. I'm quickly grabbing for them, and there's no more batteries there. I asked my wife if she knows where any batteries are. She's looking around for them at this time. And the Horned Warrior is just either protecting me or keeping the dragon off of me this whole time. Again, I have no batteries, and we finally get them in, and it's like, okay, let's buff back up and finish this fight. So I'm sure this has happened to many of you, but it was very frustrating at the time knowing that I was recording this for this video. And I didn't want the Horned Warrior to beat the dragon and me just stand there and do nothing. I actually have videos of that though with the Horned Warrior. I bring him into boss rooms and I just back off, and he will solo most bosses. So that was the Jagged Peak Dragon. So as soon as we get on Torrent, if you go straight ahead into that valley straight ahead, you will head to the Dragon Communion. We want to go to the valley to the left of that, to where we want to go. Just hug the left-hand side as much as possible. And you're going to come along to a Spirit Spring. Go ahead and take that up. And we're going to cross the wooden rope bridge here. On the other side on the right will be our next site of grace, which will be the foot of the Jagged Peak site of grace. We're getting closer and closer to Bale. Back on Torrent and keep climbing and stay to the left. That's just the easiest way to describe this. Once we crest this, you will see two dragons fighting each other. If you want to fight them, the best advice is to let one of the dragon win, and the other dragon will have worn the other one down a little bit. So might as well let them beat each other up before you get involved. For the purposes of this video, we're just going to run past them. Behind them is a small valley or crevice. Go into it and you'll find a spirit spring here. Take that up. And as soon as we get up here, we'll find another spirit spring. We're going to take that up. And we're just going to continue on through the crevice or valley here. Now here, you want to kind of hug the right, but not where the cliff is. Go behind this. There will be huge boulders rolling down. And as long as you kind of stay to the right, you are completely safe. Otherwise, you're going to have to dodge them. Down here on the ground is a skidoo tree fragment. Grab that. Those are always good. Now here's another dragon. Again, you can fight him. For the purposes of the video, again, we're just going to run past him. We're going to come up this tunnel, cave, valley, whatever you want to call it. At the top, we're going to find ourselves a site of grace. So we are now at the Jagged Peak Mountainside site of grace. Now the path gets a little trickier. There you see it on the map there. We're going to start heading out and we're going to slightly hug the left side of the path. Alright, move ahead before you get on torrent. There you go. We're going to come across a few jumps, a few spirit springs, another cave, before we get to our final site of grace. So I'm not going to speed any of this up so you can follow along. I was probably hugging the left a little too much. You can go around the stuff I'm trying to jump over. So here's our first spirit spring. Gets us up another level. Don't go that way. You want to go this way. There will be a few breaks in the path that you'll have to jump over. That was the first one. Another one coming up here. And another spirit spring. Now here, you don't go right or left, you just go straight back into the mountain, into this cave area. As soon as you get in, make a left and go up and to the right. And we're going to find ourselves another spirit spring here. And hey, this is our final site of grace here. That arched opening there is actually the boss room. Now, quick story. In previous playthroughs, I went up here the first time and I went through that archway, not even thinking it was Bale. He doesn't come out right away. And when he does, I did not have a summons, and the fight lasted maybe 30 seconds, and I thought to myself, this is supposed to be the baddest dragon in the game? And I turned to my wife and I said, hey, I think I just beat Bale. A buddy of mine was emailing me for like a month prior. Have you seen Bale? Have you gotten the Bale yet? Oh my God, wait till you get the Bale. And it was such a joke, it was unbelievable. So when I walked in here, by the way, this is my fourth try on this run through. This guy just kicked my butt. And I'm thinking, no, this guy is easy. He is anything but easy, and I don't know what I did right or what the game was doing the first time, but this is not the dragon I fought the first time. Even fully buffed up with the katana, which was made to kill him, it's not taking as big a chunks as it does out of other dragons. I do have the Horned Warrior in here with me. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I have the Mimic in here with me. And the Mimic is throwing Miquella's Light at him, which is doing virtually nothing. I'd rather the Mimic fight with the sword that I gave her, but that's not what's happening here. So, fighting this dragon, it's more of get your hits in and keep yourself buffed up, healthy. I decided that when he flew up there, I'd hide behind this wall. Good plan at the time. And then he spewed lava, which I wasn't expecting, and took some of my life away. So at this point, we're getting his life down. I'm healthy, or healthy enough. Just keep giving yourself life and keep hacking away at him, whatever method you use. And there we go. We have his heart, and I believe we get a remembrance. Nope. Anyways, thank you. I mean, that is it. That's the path to Bale. You can do it from the very beginning. So, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Miss Pickles Gaming. We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. I think we're in Pickle Land.
Hey, where are you going? You watched the video and obviously enjoyed it, so you need to go back and click the subscribe button. I mean, come on now. You were raised better than this. It doesn't cost anything. Why wouldn't you?
And that's all she wrote.